I think we're gonna be seeing the volumes. Wait, let me see which one. Wait, what was the volume again? Oh yeah, yeah. I did chapter 1. Okay, I just need to see volume 1. Alright, let's see point 1. Point 5. Right. It was morning in the city, moving incredibly fast. It was made one wonder to move at the morning at all. Okay, sorry. The unfamiliar roar that awoke him reminded of a rock slide. The identity of the monstrous sound was the engine of a motorcycle. Mr. Yoshida, his neighbor, was leaving to work. It was hard to determine when night ended and the morning began. The town's urbanization was synonymous with insomnia. He sluggishly lifted himself from the floor. He caught himself starting to survey his surroundings out of habit before deciding better off it should wait to the washroom. You just want to go to the toilet, okay? There, he poured himself a cup of water to slowly gulped down, having to be regulated too as well, as the water recently he found convinced passing. Pleased was definitely a word. Civilization is about erasing inconveniences through optimization, the reduction of labor in our daily lives. Mr. Koga had taught him that while the essentials are easier ever to get hands upon, it's more complex. So it was his duty to adjust in this new reality. As a distant relative of Sojiro's father, Mr. Koga had taken Sojiro in. Even the boy had a little of a stranger until that point. Mr. Koga had helped him get registered at school, found an apartment to lease, though he insisted that Sojiro handle his residence card. So he's basically alone, yeah. This series is produced over extremely difficult of Sojiro, but it's also part of a new city that is based on dignity, while they make a reputation for being a stickler for the rules. City offices are not that bad. The first thing Sojiro learned after 2 weeks have eclipsed since he was left the countryside. An easy feeling home alone was feeling uneasy at work. It was like the people spoke another language. And Mr. Koga, okay. How do you expect me to read so fast? Sojiro continued down the hard but surprisingly walkable path. Before work, he jogged through the park in the pastime. Like even exercise, a friend in lessons. For Sojiro to learn. Each passing person was a new face to look at. The old man who greeted him, the young worker with his eyes to the ground, and the girl on the bench surrounded by his birds. They were all unfamiliar sights for Sojiro. Unaccustomed to a city, he labored to understandable its rules, whether they were complex or simple, or completely meaningless. Compared to the mountains, a mountain life that was in the Dalton city nature, left the one to many options. Okay, you could argue that such an environment was toxic for Sojiro. I mean, I guess I don't understand that. His life was a string for unsettling moments. But amongst them, there were rules that he sincerely admired. For one, that the city revolved around various forms of profit and loss. I mean, that's basically what buying and not buying is. The fact that he needed more money the bare essential to survive in the city, was comforting thought to Sojiro. The game is trying to literally just understand Sojiro's one.
いや、そうシンプルな話じゃねえよ。金なんてものは
Money isn't the symbol. It's another step that truly matters. Money ain't that different from all this shit.
作ってもうまくねえっつうが。ともかく金で真心は買えねえじゃん。じゃねえよ、ざけんなよ。俺は悲しいよ。ついこの間まで4000ポッチの日当に鹿みたいに首かしげていた正直者がくったらねえ皿洗いをしながら、世の中金だよなんてボソッと言わないでくれっつの。
いや、貨幣制度は素晴らしいと思う。正直物々交換の限界を感じた。それより木の実、ふざけてるとそれ落とすぞ。
っておお、やべやべ、次割ったら今度こそ俺の頭が割られちまうからな。忠告サンキュー。それで相談事？何？もしかして金？
そうなんだ。とりあえずお金は大事で、たくさんあるに越したことはないって痛感した。なんでできればもうちょっと働きたい。
マジ？マシーンみたいに皿洗いをこなしながら夢のないこと言わないでほしい。
Dude, you prefer calm down, bro.
世の中金じゃねえって言ったばかりじゃんか。やっぱラブじゃんか。ところで水冷たくないですかね。冬場の皿洗いって割り合わねえことが多いねえよ。
そりゃ冷たいけど、これぐらいは我慢しないと。山の水は冷たいっていうより痛かったし。
氷水と同じにすんな野生児。しかしあれだね、呆れた順能力、いや忍耐力っつうの。レジ打ちすらできなかった新人
For someone who can even work.
やっぱ世の中金ってことかね。
I literally cannot see. It's the urge to read is strong. Not even kidding.
うちにはごくつぶしにくれてやる小遣いはねえ。
The compliments and drop from the storm. This mess, a Chinese restaurant manager, was a stubborn man who was willing to let minors work, didn't shy from violence. This was directed of a son of a long-life friend. Sojiro felt that he
ほら
was
怒られた。任されたことはきちんとやらないと。
け優等生、こっちは何かと反抗したい年頃だっつの。まあいいや、話は変わるんだけどよ。しずき夜に出歩くタイプ？それかチャリンコで出張る趣味？いやまあどっちかでいいんだけど。
バイトの帰りはほとんど夜になるけど、そういう話じゃないんだよな。夜の散歩も遠出も趣味じゃないけど、それが？
I'm not even complimenting anything. It's basically all
しずき引っ
voiced.
越してきたばかりだって言うからよ。俺らが言うのもなんだけど、うちちょい治安が悪いっての？柄が悪いわけじゃねえんだけどな。年間10人くらい通り魔事件っての？そういうの起きてる。
Oh,
通り魔ってなんだ？
そっからかよ。なんだほら、カバン強盗でもないか。
like what a thief. It's a bad example. It's more like killing someone. They got away with it. Butcher a dead person in the woods nearby. A real grudge. That's why you should not see too late in the park of Miyazaki Hills. It's not a hot spot of weird stuff. Oh, it was a okay.
ごめん。
Dude, how can I even
まずその
see?
口裂け女
How
っ
can
て
I
の
even?
がわからない
Okay, man. Okay.
階段だよ。
What is that smell?
口が
Oh,
耳
what is
まで
that
裂けてるってやつ。
freaking
今じゃ
creepy
さすがに時代
smile?
遅れだけどよ。
That was like a smile of a demon.
なんだっけ、深夜の道にな、コート姿の女が待ち伏せていて、私、綺麗
I think I heard. I think I saw that smile in an anime. It's like an anime
って言
smile.
っても、いまいちって言っても家まで追っかけられて殺されるの。女の少年は
Huh, I wonder who that is,
アメコミの怪
basically.
人っぽいっつうか。
It's like an anime
それ
demon
本気で怖
smile.
くないか。
The
家まで
hell?
上がってくるのか、その女の人。
窓から入ってくるらしいぜ。ガサガサとこうゴキブリみたい。ギャー
What? Oh my god. Oh my.
その4文字は
Oh.
禁止だってんだろ。
God.
殺すぞ。
Oh my. He's tripping. He's tripping. Sojo was reminded how
殺す殺すってバ
how
カじゃねえの。
missed it.
普通そっちの方が禁止用語じゃねえの。ここレストランなんだしさ。いや、あんまうまくねえけど。
ひなみ、頭は大丈夫か。
え、ああ、うん、心配無用。俺なんだか頑丈さには定評があるから、特に頭部について。ともかくそういうわけなんで、夜の暗がりは気をつけるぞな。もししずき見るからにかもそうな顔してるし。
ありがとう。ところで、年間10人というのは多い方なのか。
知んねえよ。少なくはないだろうけど、多い方でもないんじゃねえか。ま、うちの通り魔事件が他に比べて厄介なのは、まだ犯人が見つかってないってことだからね。
Trying to carry story. But the noble intention was lacked in the last from Sojo, as his friendly warning was futile. Sojo was simply impressed that Konami. Okay, now you voiced freak. On the way home, nobody ahead or behind, Sojo proceeded through the city dimly. Suddenly, his face turned an impossible sound.
おいた。
Something stabbed him in the head and then fell in the floor. He frowned. A small bird has apparently flown into the telephone pole before landing. The startling cleaned himself and flew away. Wait, is that Robin? It's Robin, right? The falling of the bird and the desperate escape thereafter. It was unlike anything that he experienced. Most of the townsfolk had seen that incident unlikely, ominous, or even sinister. But Sojo, okay. I was still trying to make you understand what was business. What might be the first of an everyday occurrence in the city folk? I don't think I understand. Okay, I think that's done. Alright, let's do volume 2. That was interesting, not gonna lie. Well, let's do volume 2. It's loading. Never knew it to load. Alright, let's do volume 2. Let's do this. I think I'm gonna show all the volumes in this one video.
ねえ、アリス帰ってる？教会から帰るとき、商店街でお土産もらっちゃった。伊勢屋のせんべい一緒に食べない？
Her voice reverberated through the floor, dyed in the colors of the setting sun. It was after 5 in the afternoon when Ako, still in her school uniform, cheerfully returned home. She was finished student council duties and attended her monthly
お
relaxation.
かえりなさい。その様子なら何事もなく終わったみたいね、青子。
The voice of coming from the second floor, in contrast with Akko and her boundless energy, and considerably calmer.
難癖はつけられたけど滞りなく。
Well, that's cool. Nice.
うちの問題はうちの問題だから、今回も手は出さないって方向でまとまったわ。それでいいのよね、アリス。ええ。猫の手なら借りたいけど、あの人たちの手は信用ならないし。いつも通り後処理だけお願いしましょう。賛成。後ろからバッサリやられかねないしね。だいたい私もあんたも背中を気にして没頭できるからじゃないし。私はできるけど、青子は単にまだそれほどの余裕がないだけでしょ。
It's so weird to see Alice without her head covered. Since in FGO, with a graceful sound of her steps, Alice entered the foyer, as she did.
ガラス曇ってるわね。
Since her head is so, as I was saying, since her head was so covered, even in the third ascension of her sprite, it feels so weird, not gonna lie. Since I played FGO and got Alice.
何よ気味悪いな。気遣いされることなんてないってば。いつも通りの一日だったし。そんな疲れた顔してる？私。
Alice is thinking. What is Alice thinking? The school activities went on today. At a glance, her school life must be dialogue. Though more of her thought has been in headaching incidents that stood here and there. With some of them sincere introspection, Akko have recognized. Okay, that is so fast.
Stop. なんで帰ってきてまで
What the what is the meaning of introspection? I want to know.
今日の課題って初歩のウィッシュでしょ？問題ないわ。すぐ始めましょう。今日はなんか勢いでうまくいきそうな気もするし。
Akko forces. Okay. I didn't roll. I got distracted. Sorry. And headed up upstairs with gusto. With gusto. Sorry. Distracted. Sorry. The formally dressed. Okay. Okay. Calm down. Calm down. She looked at the big treats Akko was holding. What? That is so funny. Help me. What the? I can't. I literally can't. That's too funny. In the end of the lesson, Alice took in a cup of tea. For appreciation, like Akko, Alice Koichi was the kind of a roommate and a teacher that was hard to come by. Wait, a teacher? That's how the game represents Alice? She was inside. Okay, I did. Okay, I was talking to myself and I didn't read that. Damn it. The lesson after 2 hours. I finished the dinner and prepared to decide on the venue on the way they would last their days. Okay. The sunroom was next to the drawing room at the east wing of the residence and offered a view for beautiful grounds. Proud Alice Koichi states luxurious sunroom. Okay, my eyes are not helping today. The grounds outside have fallen to disarray, neglected by owner.
ねえアリス、庭掃除専用のプロイとかいないの？
Alice took a step to the sunroom and provided some
探せ
tea.
ばいるかもしれないけど、少し手間ね。
Playing along with her roommate joke, Alice made and sat down her chair. Wow, okay, that looks delicious. She was caught from the box of chocolate on the table. That's her one.
何よ、言っとくけど今日の失敗は半分アリスのせいよ。おせんべいで気が緩んだのが敗因。
Maybe rice crackers.
そりゃウィッシュのつもりがガンドになっちゃったのは
I mean, I don't know about rice crackers though.
思うけど
Wish to Gunder? You wanna freaking curse now?
減ってる。
Curse him? Holy crap.
なんだ、そっちのことか。
Akko's eyes stared intently on the box of chocolate. You see, seem to be in the fear of chocolate and selection. The bird of the sing peace song, apparently.
鏡の話をするんだっけ。
I have no idea what that chocolate brand is, but it
今、勇敢
sounds
モードから岬モードになってるんでしょ。
divine.
ええ。ここの管理はおざなりになるけど、岬市だけに切り替えたわ。それが昨日から曇り出している。少しずつだけど、確実に包囲されてるわね。
Now you know, from each passing day, the force is arrayed against its growth.
包囲って数が増えたってこと？捕捉していた1名はもちろん、他にも2名ほど不審者を目撃済み。
Wait, really? That was suspicious types though? Pervs. Or something like that. I think I'm getting the wrong idea. God.
で、うるさいのはどっち？森の方。捕捉中だけど、こっちの目に気づいているみたい。なかなか誘いに乗ってこないわ。そっか。じゃあ今夜仕掛ける。
To go for tonight. One simple suggestion would change course of our life forever. If it was an overstatement that is said in the roll of a dice that would decide whether to make a moxie to survive or an experience jumping about a plane with a torn paradise. Akko solved her hesitation and fear with a little noise. From the school anniversary night, she declared that she was made up her mind. Anniversary night, she made her mind. It was not a waiver. Alice welcomed her roommate. Okay. As someone who shared the same motivations as her, Alice was ultimately reassured by Akko's resolve, or perhaps more pleased than reassured. It would have taken a better part of the year, but finally Akko stepped in and out of Alice's circumference. The two partners now shared the same fate. Akko was not a partner Alice has acted for, but a partner. Nothing else. Strangers, worlds apart. There was eventually one of the battle each other to the death, using all they inherited was the right from the equal terms. It was at least a cause of celebration. I don't know about celebration or literally, and they're not being partners, or they're just being sworn enemies. Okay. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Like, how can they be partners if they're like literally sworn enemies? That's what I'm getting on Alice's one. Alice did not much look as Akko, as explained her reasons. The scale of an enemy, which Rice faced her night. Her plans for Akko. For only 2 days from now, Akko Aozaki would be reborn. Akko finished her tea and stood up from her seat.
お言葉通り、暗示の練習でもやってるわ。一節目は確か軽く弱くうまく早くチクタクチクタク急げや急げよね。そこは 軽く弱くうまく
Water
早
break.
く急げや急げチクタクチクタクよ。気をつけなさい。それだと逆に落ち着かなくなるわ。そうだったそうだった。じゃ一つ失礼。
Mako grabbed a piece of chocolate and popped it to her mouth. She waved before leaving Alice alone in silence. Alice stuffed from the moment, but before slamming the box of chocolates shut, so he could scold Alice. Akko for a moment. Damn. And also in the end, Alice even got to eat the chocolate. Damn. Hate that. Alright, let's finish off Volume 3. Let's read Volume 3 now. Alright. The artwork is still beautiful. Yeah, still beautiful. I love it. Yep. What? Wait, what is this? Is this a noble phantasm? What the hell is that? Huh? Okay. Okay, you know what? You do your freaking one. I'm not gonna talk. Miyazaki was a wooded area. Urban development continued unbattered. Okay. Wise old trees had never been turned to lumber. The leaves has been torn too much. Even the birds who unconsciously tilled their herds had moved on and lived on. Testament is enduring strength. Until the time as devouring light of the civilization became powerful enough to encroach the nature's mysterious domain. These woods are no exception. Outlawing borders from Miyazaki City and Miyazaki Hill has been left untouched. Through driven their nest and dens here, wildlife continued to subset from together. No longer able to return the days of man or another forest situated next to town. Winter arrived in the woods, like chill cut at the razor. And what was that nursery rhyme? The icy air is so thick that the ones reached our bones, exposed cheeks, stiffened, and the whiffs of breath formed swirls in the air after disappearing. The 1 degree above freezing, the cold snap penetrated every nook and cranny of the woods, from the grounds and the trees to the wildlife. my god. Wait, the forest, nobody, what are you doing the day? During the winter. Will the animals to slumber. Why does that look like Alice's second noble phantasm? On this song, the lingering dead. It's a voice. Oh my god, there's a lot of text. Ultimately, God. Okay, can't even see. Only noises are heard from the whispering of the forest, the murmurs of the slumbered. The immortal darkness stifled to any signs of life. Not the breath of an animal, much less the person, was drawn to this place. However, a figure, a black, not skinned, skilled within. It was the tiniest, frailest of silhouettes, like a small boat lost in the sea of fog. The trepidatious footsteps echoed through the woods. There was an exciting veil of trees, an unsinkable. Okay. Took a little break. It is Alice. I know those cows. Are those cows are they talking to each other? Yeah, they are talking to each other, especially. Are they gonna eat a human? They are dead. The shadows in the trees laughed ominously. An hallucination? An illusion? Or perhaps something real? The shadows flickered in time in the girl's pace. It is Alice's dogs. When I saw dice, I know in Alice's quick cards. No, quick. Yeah, quick. Yeah, it is Alice. The girl knitted her eyebrows. She heard voices that felt presence of things that should not be. Scary enough to frighten a particular girl, as if her tightly pursued lips betrayed her of hint of fear. The girl walked, her own violation. If you chewed her into fear, her legs will be frozen. Despite within the trees, she was perfectly aware of the two humanoid figures stalking her through the still night. This is now getting spicy. It is getting definitely spicy though. The girl halted her steps. Racket with the accompanying voices died in turn. The babbling brook suddenly sounded like a crackling fire, and then the shallow stream. Something appeared and it should not exist in the city. Oh wait, I think I used that in a thumbnail. Yeah, I think I used that in a thumbnail. Since it was the girl listened calmly, these men were gas glow. Yeah, I used them in a thumbnail. Yeah, I used this picture in a thumbnail when I lost to Alice in Third Ascension, and I had to use a command seal. Yeah, I remember that. That was rough. That was really rough. The grieving man stood still, the other shaking violently, as unable to contain himself any longer. Oh, that's definitely the noble phantasm the Blackstone offer. Yep, that's definitely the noble phantasm. The Glasgow men have a yelp of caution, instant fear. It was at this moment they finally bared. It was at this moment they really, unequivocally, fricked up. Noble phantasm. The two shuddered the wounds. They have no mouths, no ears, no brains to begin with. For creatures like these, they were redundant. They existed was present. From the soulless creatures, tears of hope was nothing more than an unimaginable future. Yeah, truly, because they are dead. A feeling of forbidding they felt, the spine-chilling miracle that would rip them pieces, but not the moment. That is the stare of death. Their songs sounded like bells echoing through the white woods. The girl's voice vanished. The frost and grabbed the trees. Oh, oh, let's go. The curtains opened like a diddle diddle in the banquet of light. In confusion, one slit-mouthed man swooped from his girl. In fear, the other fled to the one. A hey diddle diddle, a cock-a-doodle doo. You are gonna die and you are gonna be diddled. The girl formed a humanoid dart, kicking up their rush to the girl. She finally knew what a fiend is. The grinning figure had scissors of her hands and a demon's heart. It was a wrench who kidnapped children mercilessly, rendering them into pieces. The piglets bound and rebounded like paddle balls. They are stuffed animals, over 3 feet in length. Even with strange creatures before them, the grinding man did not even blink. He raised his arm with the emergence of his coat sleeves were not the human appendages that would expect. Wow. In the place, foolish claws that was on a foot of a human length. These appendages, which was torn from the prey to pieces, sliced cleanly to the flying fragments. Flying piglets. His limbs were frozen in place. The pig's body was sliced perfectly in half, and then bisected from the head to tail. The piglet's ingredients from the alligator's jaw, the cricket's shoulders, the swallowed whole. It was all the rob of a man of the control of her entire body. Another shiver of fear. There was no more pig familiars. Immediately he realized that the stapler monster disguised as mere pigs. That's a really good comparison because staplers do open up and then eat the paper, pin them down. Oh my god, that is a really good cutscene. Talking pigs were one thing. Having one arm chopped off was a realm of confessional hazard. In an instant, the wood was enveloped in a dense wave of magical energy. Vexing, though. That was none of the facts that it was particularly extraordinary. It was the rare familiars, their bizarre attacks, the sheer innate magical energy overwhelmed them. I'd experienced but three things. His employer was skilled enough to achieve all of them as well. However, what were they? What were they? Not vessels. Not living creatures. Not even powered by magical circuits. Only if his arms were bitten off, none of his body would move. There was like nothing, like born of a weekend. This was never felt, more became words and written in a book, fated to keep them in page. As the grinning demon deforms and incinerated, I had overcome numerous curiosities and monstrosities, illusions, enthrallment, compulsions, freezing, petrifications, and even petrifications is a power granted to the pinnacle of mystic eyes. By the poisons of magecraft, that is weathered a great deal, but this was something altogether. The penalty that bound him now was based on the principles of blood, flesh, oxygen, or heat. It was an unknown restraint that followed no rules he knew. Indeed, though it was terrifying to admit, it was if he concerned something alien to the world in his. Yeah, Alice's really does that. That's literally what the extra, definitely the extra. Oh yeah, Fang's second to seat. Okay, I didn't read that. Oops. The basis things were absolute. All mystics, all bizarre, obeyed some set of laws, but the pigs ignored these, along with dignity. After 3 days, you weakened. Yeah. They are really monstrous. Oh my god. How? Though he had no voice, he let out an spattered one. Damn, that is so gruesome. I like it though. It might sound that I'm being a psychopath, but no. That's literally what the visual novel is. The talkative pigs fell in the stream. The exasperated scream was loud in sound of tearing his arms from the sockets. Aimless as girl. He maybe lost his mangled arms, but not to object of his malice. A mystic eye that can pierce the heart of a victim. A magical circuit designed to stop a beating heart. It was beautiful in the simplicity. At a point-blank range, it was an equivalent of an unavoidable shotgun blast. Oh, it's like Gay Vogue? It's like Gay Vogue, bro. It's like Gay Vogue, but in an eye form. That is scary. But tragically, that eye was all he had. He failed to realize that her song had changed. Oh, there's the extra. There's the extra. Yep, there's the extra. From a giant earth-shattering strike was akin to the act of shooting. Its green, verdant veins pulsed. Oaken bark covered his body, hardened suffocatingly over the centuries of repelled of chainsaw. On his forehead, scribe of all the matter's colors, and as the word "imp" through judging. That is so cool. The Thalamus Troll. That's the extra called. I see. It was went of the moonwalking falling dream, or internally, the Great Bridge. Admired its different forms, it was the first of the 4 miracles. Really? So that's like like the bridge, London, right? Like the London Bridge. What Alice was singing about? The giant responded to the girl's words. With the roofs rent deep to the earth, and raised his left arm to the heavens. That looks so menacing too. Oh, the screen squashed. It feels like the screen squashed with the troll. Elsewhere in the forest, a grinning figure who had chosen to flee battle, running through the forest at full speed. Record and provide the details description of the enemy. I mean, I don't know how to distill that. There were orders assigned to him. He poured his empty energy to escaping the forest, which he had became so familiar. In the case of emergency, the plan was to, for one, challenge the enemy and make a relevant retreat in order to complete their master. He dashed around the forest, though gripped by fear, and he was confident in her perform. Okay, I can even talk. Help me. Nothing could catch him in these woods. Not even the wolves could even track him. His bird-like legs thumped they kicked the ground. Perhaps this was the creator's eccentric taste, the dedicated form when optimizing them for running. The grinning man could reach the maximum speed of 45 miles per hour. That is really fast. That is more than cheetah, I think. Yeah. Perfectly. That's not fast enough. Of a cheetah. That's definitely not. There was no sign of pursuit. His crescent-shaped mouth neigh, and then after facing once more, looked in the eyes of his doom. That is the literal rhymes from Mother Goose. Yeah, it was from Mother Goose. They form from a monstrosity to conjured from arcade. Okay. That is the eyes of having death in your dead, literally dead, unable to complete. You know what? Screw that. I'm not gonna read that. Yeah, ending session. It's your end. And a-hole. Easy flex right there. Well, that's cool. That was wild. I loved it, not gonna lie. Oh, wow. Yeah, return to greatness, Akko. To Akko. What the hell? That was awesome. Dude, I'm just waiting for the Mahoutsukai Yoru anime on his heel. Invaders who stepped up for the woods were eliminated. She had no interest in whether they be good or evil, no matter how many victims they claimed. The shackles of civic society had no sway in her. This was her way of pure blood witch, the way of a Manchester. You know who you're talking about, right? It's like you're talking about your master. Man, what the hell is this? The the girl let out a sigh of step steam. She removed the gloves. Wait, she actually removed the gloves. Oh my god. There was no response from the melancholy tone. In the place of once boisterous pigs, once two black dice sitting up in the palm of her hand. The girl said something that has scattered remains over her. She remains something that can put of her hand. Her slender, pale fingers traced her lips, this reluctant part of them. Sighing again, they calmly left the dark woods in the very same way. Wow, that was so cool. Well, I'm gonna be ending it here. Tomorrow.